What's up guys, it's Ash and Kaylee, and this week we're talking about contracts. If you are just starting in freelancing or you want to get started freelancing, this video is for you. It doesn't really matter specifically what kind of freelance work you want to do. There's a lot of little tidbits that can help you regardless. So what is a contract? A contract is just a memorialization of an agreement between two parties. So that's a fancy way of saying it's just a written agreement, right? It just has all the details about what you guys agreed to, and it serves many purposes. It looks professional when you have one, and beyond that, it is something that helps both parties feel like their risks are minimalized. So I'd say before you get started trying to put together your contract or revise it is to do some research, know a little bit about your field, what it is that you want to get hired for, and research that. What kind of contracts are being used in that field. There's a ton of different resources that you can take advantage of, including LegalZoom, or just start off with a simple Google search and you can get some pretty good info there. I am not a legal advisor, so please make sure to do your own research and use common sense. It's very important that you should know your own capabilities and expectations and have a good idea of what kind of pricing you want to do. Pricing is super hard, so that is not going to be included at all in this video, but make sure that you have these things in mind when you are making your contract and be reasonable. If you are on the other side, is it something that you would easily agree to? If not, rethink things. So there are many good reasons why you should use a contract, and sometimes people don't do it anyways just because they're a little bit scared. So if you're just getting started, ask friends and family to look over your contract or your rough drafts to see if they make sense. Are they clear? Is it reasonable? And use them as a tester. Now, you can't fully trust what they say about this because they might not be the clients you are looking for. Maybe they're the kind of person who would never hire you or anybody else for your type of service, and that's fine. Different strokes for different folks. We all value different things. So don't be offended if they don't give you the kind of answers you want, but it is a good jumping off point. It's very, very important that your contract include copyright info. Are you allowing this work for personal use only, or are you allowing them a licensing contract so that they can reuse it in different forms? Make sure you ask the client what they plan on using it for. They're not always upfront with it, especially if they are new to commissioning work. They might not understand what even a copyright is. So as a freelancer, it's your job to inform them of those terms. And please, for the love of all things good, make sure that your contract is short and easy to understand. If it's long and complicated, people are not going to want to sign it. They are not going to know what the actual terms they are agreeing to if they do sign it, and it can cause a whole headache of problems. My personal art contract is only 1 page long. My photography one is under 2 pages. In an age of too long and didn't read, make sure that your contract is short and concise. That contract helps keep everyone honest, and if unfortunately one of the parties does not hold their end of the bargain, it is proof, if you need it, to pursue legal action. I've never had to do that, but I have had instances where I didn't do a contract and payments did fall through. I've worked on comic books in the past, did several pages of work, got partial payment, and then the whole project was scrapped. So it can be a drag, and it really just helps secure your business. So there's a bunch of things that your contract should include, namely the parties who are involved with full contact info, so that way they don't just disappear into the ether, and a full description of what the project is. And it should be as detailed as possible when it comes to what is expected for that project: size, materials, due dates for the project itself, for payments, if there's required deposits, how much is refundable, what should happen to the work if the client doesn't follow through on payment. All that good stuff you need to make sure that you cover just to protect both ends. Your time is valuable and you should get paid for your efforts, but the client's time is also valuable. So if you are using a contract, you better damn well make sure that you're holding up your end as well. So do your research, know what your contract should include, and it's important to know your own capabilities and expectations. Don't make promises that you can't keep. It will really hurt your reputation, and it might be very hard to bounce back from if you are known to be someone who doesn't follow through or provide a service or a product. I hope you find that helpful, but just remember to do your research, be confident, be clear, and be concise. Do you do or want to do creative freelance work? In what field? Love to hear from you and continue the conversation. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all next time. Happy creating.